I heard Christina Aguilera and I wanted to be a singer. And my first performance was when I was 3. Yeah, I was 3, and I sang in front of 400 people.
When I was 9 years old, I was auditioning for a North Carolina State Honors Chorus in elementary school, and I needed a teacher to help me. And so through my parents and through people in my church, I got in contact with Crystal. And from there, I continued to take voice lessons, and that progressed on to me saying, yes, I want to be on Broadway and I want to do this and this and that. And now it's going towards my career as a music therapist.
When I was 4 years old, I went to see my very first Broadway show, The Beauty and the Beast, in New York. And that night, I was so captivated. I still remember every bit of it. I was so captivated by these actors and actresses that could sing and dance and do all this stuff that I loved at the same time. And I remember telling my grandmother that that's what I want to do when I get older. And, they treated it as a childhood dream, and so did I. And then I grew up in pageants, and we realized you're going to need a talent. So we decided, you're a decent singer, you're pretty good, so let's start going to voice lessons. And then I found Crystal, and I started singing, and we started preparing songs for pageants and stuff, and I realized, hey, I might actually be able to do this. I've got talent. So that was really the moment that changed everything for me.
I would say I became a singer when I was born. I just feel like it was something I came out of the womb knowing and doing all the time. Because my family, especially my mom's side of the family, they're always playing piano, always singing, harmonizing with each other. So I grew up in that type of environment. So I'd say baby.
Becoming a singer wasn't exactly a decision that I made. It wasn't one day, maybe I'll try it. It wasn't that way. I grew up with music in my family, and it's always been there for me, just like my family's been there for me. It's just it's comfort, and it's more of a way of life than just a decision. It's something we choose every day. We choose to be musicians every day and to keep challenging ourselves in the area. So it's not just, a nonchalant, maybe I'll take calculus, I don't know, maybe not, maybe I'll take another class. It's a way, it's not a choice, it's something you're thrown into, it's something you're passionate about.
I don't scream as much, and I'm more relaxed, and I'm actually emotionally connected with the audience, and I'm not as blank as I used to be.
Taking voice lessons has improved me as a performer by making me more confident on stage and during the performance. In lessons, I can work through what needs to be done for the performance, such as what expressions I should use at which phrases to convey the message more properly, instead of worrying in the middle of the performance, oh, should I do this or should I do that, or should I have done this earlier in this piece. In lessons, I can guide myself through it to be to have a better performance.
Taking voice lessons has improved me as a performer because it's not necessarily taking me out of my shell, because I've been on stage my whole life with a lot of things, but it's brought a new meaning to being on stage for me. It's a whole different ballgame when it comes to singing and performing as a different character, not just yourself. And that's really changed me a lot as a performer and as a person.
It has really, really helped me in my confidence. I feel like that's the number one thing you need to have as a performer. If you don't believe in yourself, who is? So I just feel like having voice lessons and taking the time for myself to focus on breathing, focus on lifting and opening, like that not only helps me become a better singer, but it also helps me to learn new techniques to handle my anxieties and fears in everyday life.
Taking voice lessons has helped me with my confidence and insecurities. I used to be so tight before going on stage, and I remember doing auditions and then afterward almost being in tears because of the stress I would put myself through just, to perform or to go into that audition. And after taking voice lessons, well, during my lessons, I had to work on always being calm and relaxing, and I was able to perform in a bunch of different locations, get thrown into different things at last minute, all crazy things done, so that now when I perform, I can relax no matter what the situation is. It's helped me grow in my courage and helped me with my insecurities that I used to have as a performer.
Music is my passion. Like, whenever I went and saw the show Wicked, and I saw Alphabet and Defying Gravity, you know, it just changed my life. And I told my mom, I said, that's what I want to do. I want to be her, and that's my goal ever since then. And I've strived to be her, and I keep working to be her. And when I play the cello, it helps me to relax and get away from everything else that's going on, and to just focus on music and not everything in the outside world.
Music is my outlet to any stress relief or hard day that I've had. I can turn on the radio, and whether it be a song with lyrics or just pure classical music, I can sit there and sing along with it. I can also pull out my flute and express myself through that, where I know I won't get any criticism from anyone else around me for anything else that I've done. And I can really express myself through my music in any way that I can.
There's been a lot of days that, you know, nobody has perfect days all the time, and I've been tired and, you know, maybe not did good on a test at school or something, and I've been like, do I really want to go to voice lessons today? Ugh, this is going to take so much energy. I just don't know if I want to do it. But then I've got here, and I've proved to myself why I do it and why I love it so much, and how it uplifts my spirit even on the worst days. I can come in here and I can sing and be with amazing people that teach me such great life lessons. And it brings a whole new perspective to who I am as a person, because it shows me a different side that I didn't know it was there on a rough day. And that's been really important to me over the past few years. It's helped me to grow into a more positive, optimistic person that I used to not be.
It's definitely impacted me on an emotional level of being able to have an outlet to release some certain emotions, some scary emotions, some just like really happy, joyful emotions. I think singing and taking voice lessons it's almost like a therapy. Like you maybe things you can't normally express in your day-to-day life, or you're too scared to, or you're too afraid to talk to someone about it. You can bring it into your voice and express it in that type of outlet.
Music for me, it's different than anything I've ever done. I'm involved in sports and in clubs at school, so heavily in math and in the sciences studying, and I'm passionate about everything I do. I love everything I do, but music is different than the rest. And I don't know why. I don't know if there's just more passion behind it, or if it's more of an emotional release, but there aren't words to explain why it's so different than everything else. But I know that I love the experience and everything that comes with it. And I really hope that other people get to have the opportunities that I have and get to experience what I get to experience daily.